Morning, it is Easter Saturday and I'm about to start day one of my Easter epic. 3 peaks starting from Germantown. Here at Stuart's place, just near the intersection of the Tonka Gap Road and Harrietville Road. So all loaded up today. I've got a couple of lights on there because I know I'm going to need them on daytime flash at front and back. I've got the Apidura here just packed up with spares and all my food that I'm going to need for the day. A couple of water bottles and probably about 2.5 litres on my back. So I'm prepared, as I said to Stuart, for hopefully prepared for the worst and hope for the best. So it was a good day. The sun's about up and everything else is taken care of. Let's go. Harrietville Primary School, Harrietville Hotel Motel, coming up behind a couple of riders, about to cross the Ovens River. Beautiful day up here. It's going to be about 30 degrees. Coffee on the right, but I'm already well caffeinated, so I'm going to keep going. He does a good brew, that guy too. Alright, good morning. Saturday, 30th of March. I have just started up Mount Hotham, as you can probably tell by the shortage of breath, on my little Easter epic, or Everest Rome. Everest Rome means I've got 36 hours to ride 10,000 vertical meters, minimum 400 Ks. I think that's about it. Yeah, so day one, the classic 3 peaks route, but I'm starting on the bright side and up Hotham right now, down to Omeo, up the Backer Falls, down Falls, up to Tonka Gap, back to Germantown. We'll see how we're tracking there for distance and vert. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do it in the opposite direction. So let's see how we go. Cheers. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about this climb up Hotham. We've got to divide it into thirds. First third, it's moderately steep, flattens out a bit in the second third, almost a false flat, and then ramps up again as we hit Hotham Village. Just gone an hour, clocked over about 25 Ks. Clearly not aiming to set the world on fire today from a pace perspective. Just going to try and get my heart rate under 150 on the climbs, particularly while it's cool, and mid 130s, low 130s on the flats. Okay, going to a little steep section now. Probably getting quite close to the Meg that some of you are going to know, but it's a beautiful day. Skies are clear. There's going to be a little bit of smoke haze around from the fires over in Angler's Rest after a planned burn-off got away the other day, but good news is that the Omeo Highway is open, so I don't have to come back this way today. Cheers. Okay, we're on the sort of false flat part of the climb now, about 12 Ks in, feeling pretty good. Just going to get through some of the more media content of what an unsupported endurance ride looks like for me today. I have got a whole lot of my homemade drink mix, which I've actually put into the bike there, a little 90ml container just sticking out of the bike bag there. I've got 9 of those filled with my homemade drink mix, which is fairly concentrated. I'll be having one of those an hour, and then I'll be alternating between some fruit cake, bars, just something to provide a bit of variety to my palate today. Feeling really good. Past a couple of riders so far going up. The main trap I need to avoid falling into is just getting ahead of myself, riding too hard. This is not about breaking records. This is just about endurance and repeatability. So I hope I can do that. I'll talk to you in a little while. Bye. Hey, back again. 10Ks to go up Hotham. Just gone past that lovely middle third, in and out of the big ring. Talk a little bit about the tech that I'm using today. I have got a Ultegra semi-compact grip set, so it gives me 52-36 on the back, 1130. Much easier. The first time I did this was Three Peaks 2019. I was the newbie with the 5339 and the 1228 or something, and it really broke me that day. But then my nutrition wasn't on point that day either. But no, I wouldn't want to use anything bigger than this. All right, scenery is magnificent. Looking forward to getting to Hotham, get in a plane, put some sunscreen on, and keep going. Hey, here we are. Just gone over CRB Hill. Just reminded me of my late Uncle Roy, who used to work for the CRB. And everybody probably comes up and says, what the hell is the CRB about? Well, back in the old days, it was the Country Roads Board, and they were the people that took responsibility for building roads long before private contractors did that stuff. So thanks to all the hard-working men, and hopefully there were a few women back in the day, of the CRB, for giving us these beautiful roads. And great that they've got a hill named in their honour. Woo! Check it out. Just amazing. Coming up to some crosswinds here. It'll be a little bit interesting. We'll see how we go. Cheers. Just been through Hotham village on my way to dinner plane. Just stopped briefly, put some sunscreen on. Had the company of a guy from Parkdale named Mark. He's training for the Otway ride coming up in May. Always nice to have some company. Next time I've got to get these people on the video so you can record these so I can share the moment. Yeah, feeling good. Not even sure whether I'll stop at dinner plane and just enjoy the descent. See how I feel when I get to dinner plane. Cheers. Okay, just past dinner plane. So decision's been made, just keep rolling on. Don't really have a need to stop. And just keep eating, drinking on the bike. Keep turning the legs over. Lots of hikers out. Absolutely cracking day. Could not ask for better weather. So it's totally spoiled. I feel spoiled. Okay, just passing the turn off the Alpine School. It's now downhill to Omeo, I think about 53 Ks. Talk soon. Okay, I've just stopped in Omeo for a brief break, fill up my bladder, which is empty. So it tells me I've roughly drunk about 3.5 litres of water this morning, over about 105 Ks, 4 hours 15. Bustling little town for Easter weekend, about 25 degrees. I've probably gone through around about 2,300 vertical metres. So on we go to Everest. Got a picture. This is looking down into the Omeo Valley. Still a few green patches around. On my way up to Angler's Rest. If you haven't been tuning in, all you've missed is a dead deer on the side of the road, nice smelly carcass. A few cars going by. Let's have a look at the temperature, 29 degrees. Gone through 24.50 at 12:38. Saturday afternoon. I better tune into the footy soon. Cheers. So probably the question's going to come up is, what am I eating and drinking? I did mention before, I've got some gels that I made. I just bought those little reusable containers from KMart, and I've got about 70 grams of carbs in those, and then eating a bar an hour or something. Started off the day with a really good breakfast, my usual rolled oats, sultanas. I had some honey on top of that, and then a couple of pieces of toast with peanut butter, Vegemite. An hour before I started, had a banana, so probably getting up to about 120 grams of carbs there. And then normally don't consume carbs in the first hour of the ride. You pretty much got to get everything in your system flowing. So once that happened, I think I got into my banana as I was going up to Hotham, try and use up some of the heavier fuel sources, and then start with one of those little gel packs of mine per hour and a bar. So at the moment I've just gone through an oat bar, I've had a Cliff bar, banana, and a piece of fruitcake. So some unfinished business on this climb today, because last time during Three Peaks 2019 I was cramping very badly. I'd cramped almost from the meg. I was probably undernourished and overgeared and pushing it too hard. So we can learn from these things and get better. So hopefully today we're just keeping the heart rate under 150 beats per minute, choosing the easy gears, not smashing myself. So the big test is going to be getting up the back of falls. Just coming into Angler's Rest. A few little smoke plumes around. A few of the rangers obviously probably still mopping up some bushfires, and a little bit of evidence of the burn off that probably went wrong. Cheers. Okay, so yeah, this is the burn off that went wrong up close. Looks like a little bit across the road, but down to the creek. A little bit of smoke taking the air, but it's all okay. All right, this time's a little worse for wear. But yeah, I'm going to shut up now and put my head down for a while and look forward to that beautiful WTF corner. Chopper over in the background there, just probably putting out a few spot fires. Okay, we've got the chopper in the background. It's just loading up with more water from the creek. Not something you see every day. Okay, yeah, you can probably tell by the sound of my huffing and puffing, I am on to some of the most evil climbing in Australia. I'm on the back of falls. I always get confused whether it's 8Ks at 10% or 10Ks at 8%, but regardless of what it is, it's a bit of a slog. I've been out of the saddle just to get through the initial grind of it all. Settling in now. This segment I'm hoping for a PB, because last time I had to get off and walk 3 times back in 2019. Still wearing the kit from that day, which finally got a little memento of my late dad on my sleeve. Always brings a tear to my eye when I talk about my dad. He's a good man. I miss him dearly. Oh, wow. It's just nice to know. I guess, yeah, grown a lot in 5 years. and I'm a better cyclist than I was 5 years ago, so go figure. Anyhow, 5 years older, 5 years wiser, and yeah, and 5 years of being grateful for my old man. So I'll just put my head down as best I can. Heart rate's a nice 152, so not out of control. Just tempo all the way up here. Top. Yeah, I just want to shout out to all my group pedo mates, men and women. 3 weeks ago, they were here on this climb in 40 degrees. Fortunate today, it's only 30. I can just, for those who aren't familiar with the Three Peaks event, it's probably one of the largest grand and gnarliest grand fondos in the world, 235 Ks, over 4,500 meters of climbing. And it was here 3 weeks ago that 40 degrees, 25% of the field failed to make it around. People talked about on the back of falls here, people were crying, people were walking, people were moaning, there were ambulances. People said it was like a war zone. Such was the carnage on that day. Self-inflicted nonetheless, but I appreciate the suffering those people did on that day, and feeling fortunate that I'm not dealing with anything like that today. Okay, just past Trapyard Gap, so finished that big climb, got through without stopping. I realised why I had to stop last time. Some really steep pinches in there that had me out of the saddle. Sunscreen reapplied, plenty of hydration and carbs on board. Going to settle down now and treat myself to a Mars bar, my little treat, and keep pedaling. So far, no cramps, feeling good. Coming into Falls Creek, looking forward to that 30k descent. Still on my way down Falls Creek. It's been a lot of landslide activity here in the last couple of years, so what you can see here is an attempt to fix it up. So traffic lights fortunately haven't had to stop, but it's always entertaining to see a bit of digging equipment. But it's been a beautiful descent. Just check it over there, we've come through Bogong Village, where there's another set of lights. Very quiet on the road, so been able to use a lot of that on the descent and build up a fair amount of speed. Okay. Back to work. Okay, leaving Mount Beauty, looking over to the right, Mount Bogong, highest mountain in Victoria. Right ahead is it's the Kiwa Valley Road, and I'll be taking a left soon to head up to Wonga Gap. Good news, just approaching Sullivan's Lookout, top of Toowoomba Gap. Just going to take a quick break, take in the view, and move on down the mountain. Okay, coming up 223 kilometres, just hitting the top of Toowoomba Gap now. So very relieved to see the end of the climbing for the day. Gone about 4,650 vert. Pretty happy with that. I'm not going to do any more today. Might start a bit early in the morning and make up what I need tomorrow.